Hello, I'm Kerry George from CIBN TV on YouTube and from CIBN Connect. You can find us at thecibn.com. I am going to be talking about increasing your business revenue today through repackaging. And we're going to be talking about how important that is and giving you some examples of how it could be done. So you're going to want to stay tuned to hear all about how to increase your business revenue. Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk today about increasing business revenue. I have been having many discussions with business owners recently about lack of revenue and how to grow revenue. And over the last few years, I've actually developed 9 different methods of increasing revenue dramatically in a small business. And today I want to talk about one of them that is really a quick, easy win for most business owners. And it's often a low-hanging fruit for them to get things turned around and moving forward very quickly. So I'm going to talk about repackaging today. So one of the things I've been talking to, one of the industry that I've been talking to a lot lately has been business coaches. And I think that this is one area you can definitely use this right away, but not just business coaches. Over the years, we've helped many people repackage what they were selling and make something that was more stable and more just really ongoing. So I'm going to give you an example. A few years ago, I was working with a massage therapist, and the massage therapist was really just getting one customer at a time. And at the time, she was charging $60 an hour for her massage. Now, in our city, the going rate was $100, and she was underpricing herself. So that was the first problem. She needed to actually be more in line with what the market was putting out there, with what her competitors were offering. So increasing her rates was one thing that we needed to do. Now, she struggled with imposter syndrome and feeling like, she was newer in her industry, so she felt like she could or she should be charging less than others. But the quality of her massage was excellent. The establishment that she was working in was really good. There was no reason for her to be undercharging in the market. So that was just mindset. It was something that it was in her head that actually wasn't really the case for her in her industry. So we had to work through a little bit of that to get her to the place where she felt confident to raise her prices. But that was just step one. There was also this problem of, okay, let's say we got it up to $100 an hour. You're still working by the hour. And when we work by the hour, $100 per hour, there is a cap on how much we can make because there's only so many hours in the day. And as an entrepreneur, we need to start thinking about how could we possibly make this bigger or multiply it in some way or do something, that's a little bit different out of the box so that we're not just working by the hour anymore. So when I was working with this massage therapist, one of the things that we came up with was a stamp card. And you could purchase the stamp card by purchasing massage in advance. So if the average user came in to do it 12 times in the year, then that would be $1,200 to buy 12 at once. But she could actually add additional value by, first of all, making it $1,000 instead of $1,200. If you came in once a month, you'd stamp your stamp card. But there was also some other extra services and some little goodies she could give out. She had a little gift of the month kind of thing that when you came in, which got people to come back regularly. But those that didn't come back every month still paid for the stamp cards, and some people never used the entire stamp card. But this now made her have larger purchases of $1,000 at once instead of only $100 an hour. And this dramatically improved her bottom line. And it's just a simple thing that in a service industry could be adapted to repackage things in a little bit different way, and get that in front of people in a more unusual package. Okay. Another possibility would be a membership. And some people think, well, you couldn't do that with a massage therapy. Why couldn't you? You just have to figure out what would people be willing to pay for and what would be giving great value to them. And you might be able to set it up in a $100 a month membership where they could come once a month, or you might be able to do $150 a month and they could come twice a month. Would they come every month? No, but sometimes they would, and they would be able to do that on an ongoing basis. Now, the interesting thing for the massage therapist creating this type of a plan would mean that she no longer starts next month with a zero balance. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It's really important. Okay. Because you see, if you're waiting for your next massage therapy client to come in and you don't have any business on the books yet for the month, you're starting at zero. But if you have 10 clients that are on $100 a month and their credit card charges are going through at the beginning of the month, you've made $1,000 before the month even begins. And if you have, 20 customers, that goes up. If you have 40 customers, that's $4,000 a month that you're starting your business month with. Isn't that better? And that all comes down to repackaging. Now, I want to talk about the coaching industry right now because there's a lot of coaches out there trying to make money in the coaching industry. And with what has happened in the world in the last, few years, a lot of people left their jobs. Some gave them up. Some were let go, and they went into new industries online. Virtual assistants is another one that has really exploded. And business coaches. Let's talk about the business coach first. I was recently talking to a coaching guru who teaches and trains coaches, and he was saying that many people take these training courses, and the statistics of those that succeed is incredibly low. It's like 1 out of 1,000 are still doing it a few years later, and that are making money at it. Now, why is that? I want to just tell you, one of the biggest things that I've been running into is I've been dealing with business coaches and coaches of a variety of types, not just business coaches, but health coaches and mental health coaches. And we've been seeing, oh my goodness, social media coaches and wealth coaches, and the list just goes on and on and on, life coaches. Many of them are undercharging for their services. That's one problem. And again, this whole thing of repackaging. Many of them have taken courses where they have been encouraged to take clients for, say, $1,800 for 3 months. Sounds good, except it's not. Okay? It takes a lot of work and effort to get a client, first of all. Okay? And when you have a client and you're doing a good job for them, why would you want them for only 3 months? What is this 3-month package, 6-month package? What is that? Okay, that's a recipe for failure. That's why so many are failing. So one of the things that you can do right away if you're in the coaching industry is think about, okay, maybe I have a program I could do for 3 months and one I could do for 6 months, another course I could offer. What if you just string them together and do a year's program? Hello? Then you're not continuously looking for the next client because you're working with this client in an ongoing basis. Now, why would you even want to just for a year? I mean, why not just talk to people about, what a difference that you could make in their business and how you expect to have these objectives work through with them through the year, but really that this is a year to 18 months or 2-year program. So you set the expectation for the longevity, and then people will stay with you longer. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the pricing, as long as you're providing good value and working with people and they're seeing results, then you can increase your pricing. Instead of doing it for $300 a month or $600 a month or $1,800 over 3 months, which really equates to $600 a month, why not add some value, bring some things in that would make it even more exciting, and put a price on it that you could live with, that you could actually grow a solid and sustainable business model with. I mean, after all, especially business coaches, I got to tell you, at CIBN Connect, we have memberships where people join and they come in from all around the world. And when I see a business coach who cannot afford even a basic level membership of $77 a month USD, I have to ask the question, why would we refer any businesses to you? Hello? Clearly, you don't know how to make revenue. And the whole idea of having a business coach is that a business would increase in revenue. So, hello? Okay. Instead, you need to be profitable. And one of the reasons that we're seeing that people are not profitable is because they haven't packaged things in a way that is profitable and sustainable in the long term. So a coaching program, especially a business coach, should be selling at least $1,000 a month, at least. If you're any good, it should be more. Okay. So for example, we have coaches in our business network that are doing $1,000 or $1,500 a month is what their typical pricing would be. And as they've worked with clients, they have gotten results and have increased the bottom line for those businesses. And then they have those testimonies. So it's not hard to get more. Now, why is this important for sustainability? Well, because if you have, say, 10 clients that pay you $1,000 a month, that is $10,000 a month in revenue. And now you have some profitability. In fact, it only takes 13 clients to be hitting $150,000 a month, a year in revenue. Now, $150,000 a year is an important milestone in any business because you can't really scale a business until you are doing at least $150,000 a year in revenue. So finding a way to get to that point is incredibly important. And that's why we have put a huge emphasis at CIBN Connect on helping our business owners get to $150,000 a year in revenue, because everything really starts there. Your freedom starts there. The ability to travel starts there. If you want to be a digital nomad, you need to have ongoing money that can actually be coming in even as you're traveling. So it all starts there. For a small business storefront, if you're not doing at least $150,000 a year, you're going in the hole, especially depending on what your rent is, whatever your storefront is. At least that, even if it's a sole proprietorship with a small hole in the wall, okay, it's going to have to do that. If you got employees, all of that goes up, right? It all goes up. But it's kind of the starting place of where you can begin taking on employees, and you can be taking on people to help you grow your business. So that $150,000 milestone is very, very important. And one of the fastest ways of getting there is through repackaging. So have a good, strong look, look at everything carefully. What could I do differently, and how could I repackage this? I'm going to give you another example, because this is another industry we're seeing a lot of right now, is in the area of virtual assistants, administrational assistants, and so on. And the first thing I want to say about that industry is, if you're in Canada or the United States and you're calling yourself a virtual assistant, the first thing I would do is stop. Don't ever utter those words again. The reason is because you're being compared with virtual assistants that are in other countries like the Philippines, where they are billing out for $4 or $8 or $10 an hour. And in Canada and the United States, you can't live on that. Our lowest payments, for hiring an employee are higher than that. In Canada, it's like $15 an hour as minimum wage, I think, in every province across the country. And you need to be able to bring in a higher level of revenue. Now, not only that, when you are a working in the virtual assistant space and you're in Canada, the United States, you generally have really great grammar, you have excellent vocabulary, you may have writing skills, so you shouldn't be trying to bill yourself out as a virtual assistant because you're not in the same category as those that are doing that from around the world, okay? You are actually most likely have a very high level service. So the first thing in repackaging would be naming this differently. Okay, don't call yourself a virtual assistant. Call yourself something else. And I've seen professional, for example, online concierge might be a better way of putting it. So these are some ways that you can repackage and get more for the quality of work that you're doing. Another thing is that don't bill yourself out by the hour. You may know that you're worth more per hour than what others are charging for similar services because you have incredible skills. But why would you ever put a dollar amount on that? Instead, sell by the package or by the month. I'll do these list of things for you for $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever it is, but get on a monthly payment program with your clients where you're doing a list of things for them and taking the work off their plate so that they can focus on the things that are important. And if you have incredible skill sets in the area of writing, that means that you may be able to write for them like you are them. And that is huge. In fact, it's very difficult to put a financial dollar amount on that because it completely frees up the time of the entrepreneur that is hiring you. So you want to rethink how you're describing what you do and repackage in a way that makes sense and brings in ongoing sustainable revenue. So if you want to have more questions answered about that, I would say definitely reach out. Right now, I'm going to share a few links here with you of ways that you can reach out. Now, first of all, CIBN TV on YouTube has all kinds of wonderful things that you can get there free just for the taking in the playlist. So definitely you want to check out CIBN TV on YouTube right off the bat. That's a free resource for you. You're going to want to do that right away. I have some other things I want to just share with you as well. Recently, I have been creating some really awesome new materials, and I wanted to show them to you. This is something that just came out. It's actually a book called Networking: How Entrepreneurs Can Work Together to Outwit the Wolves. And what I'm talking about, what I'm calling wolves, are the things that eat your dinner, okay? Stuff like I'm out of time, I'm out of money, that kind of thing, okay? Many business owners are struggling with not enough time, not enough money, need more of both, looking for revenue ideas. So this is a free resource for you right now. You can actually go to this link right here that I'm sharing on the bottom of the page, the CIBN.com/outwitting the wolves. And you can get a free download of this little ebook. It's about 20 some pages, nice, quick, easy read, lots of pictures too. And that should help you with your increasing your revenue in your business. There are some great ideas in there that you can implement right away into your business. So I want to just add that there for you. And you got that link. It's on the bottom of the page. And I'm just going to share a couple other things here. Let's see. Let's go to that again. All right. One other thing I want to take you to as well. I just want to share that we've got this phenomenal stuff going on our event page. And that can be found at the CIBN.com/events. Lots of events going on, lots of things happening across the world, in your city, online, and you can be joining in right there. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope this helps you to increase your business revenue and repackage yourself And, go ahead and reach out, put your comments in the chat. We'll be happy to assist you in any way we can to increase your business revenue and repackage whatever it is that you have so that you can reach more people and have a more sustainable lifestyle as an entrepreneur. Happy capitalism.